constantly calling her a bitch.
If you need me to address you by the C word or the B word or the N word or anything else like that, in order for you to feel like you got a tough enough coach, then I am not the instructor for you.
Where them kicks at? Where them hands? Where them holes? Where them throws? You know what I'm saying? Cecil.
This is why I train in martial arts. One reason why I train in the martial arts is because it's a way that I know I can create an environment for youth, but not just youth, where there will be no hazing and abuse involved.
And hazing involving Prince George's County High School. Parents at Charles Flowers High School contacted Fox 5, alleging that several coaches have mistreated the girls on one of the cheer teams. Fox 5's Evan Lambert is live in Prince George's County tonight with a story that you'll only see on Fox 5. Evan, what do we know?
Tony, the school district has opened up an investigation into these parents' allegations. They tell us that their daughters would be practicing in this gymnasium, but because of their complaints, the coach here disbanded the novice cheer squad.
I mean, we all understand tough love, understand coaching, but calling a young lady who's come from a cheerleading team, constantly calling her a bitch, constantly calling her other words to her face, calling her dumb, stupid, and telling her that she's not good enough to be a part of the program is unacceptable.
Sir, it is unacceptable. But the way a lot of people's minds are these days, that's the type of leadership they think is real.
Through community activist and Maryland State Senate candidate Everett Browning, at least a half dozen parents at Charles Flowers High School in Prince George's County say their daughters are being harassed, bullied, and hazed by cheerleading coaches at the school. The group selected Browning to speak on their behalf because they don't want their daughters to be retaliated against, but they shared their stories with Fox 5. They also outlined the allegations in a 6-page letter to school administration and Prince George's County Schools CEO Dr. Kevin Maxwell. In the letter, the parents speak of coaches calling their daughters profane names, not properly accounting for cash payments collected as program fees, and even physically hazing the girls who were on the novice cheer team.
Pushing some of these young ladies past the point of exhaustion where they're throwing up and they're physically sick and ill, and they're threatened not to tell their parents about it because if they do, they're threatened to be thrown off the team.
In copies of their daughters' own statements sent with the letter, the girls write they are, quote, treated very badly, and that coaches, quote, would always curse. We took those allegations to school's spokesman, John White.
We also, as well as adults in the building, to find out exactly what has occurred.
But the district wouldn't say what they've learned from the interviews. The parents want the coaches replaced, a full accounting of the fees they've paid, and a guarantee that their daughters can cheer and be protected.
It's been going on for almost a year. And unfortunately, when the parents decided to stand up together, the coach decided to disband the team. So instead of addressing it, they just told these girls, you're no longer going to be able to come here and participate.
And of course, we will stay on top of this story and let you know what happens in this district investigation. Live in Prince George's County tonight, Evan Lambert, Fox 5 Local News.
These are all of the earmarks of a bad coach, whether it's martial arts or not. We're talking about abuse. We're talking about exorbitant fees that you just can't explain or account for. Those are all things to look for. If you see stuff like that going on, if you feel like you need to go to the police or appeal to some kind of higher authority, you have a bad coach. You have a bad instructor. But this is going to be part of my I'm Not the Instructor for You series because some people think when it comes to sports and when it comes to self-defense that you need a cruel leader in order to make your athlete into a winner. Now, there's a difference between a coach who may be strict or stern and has high standards and is pushing you to meet high standards. That coach still does things to let you know they care about your health and your welfare, but they still push you and they don't take any nonsense. That is not what I'm talking about here. Calling people curse words, no, that's not acceptable. And you know one thing that it kind of gets on my nerves in particular, and even though some people want this, there's some people who want a military style training because they feel like that's going to make you hard and tough and focused and give you that killer instinct. I went through military training myself through Marine Corps boot camp. And while I hated it, that was appropriate for the Marine Corps because we were going to go off to kill people. If you're going to have to go off to kill people, if that's your primary job, you can't be that nice. Okay. And I am a very nice guy. But you would see if I was training people to go into the military and kill, and I know they're going off to a serious war, you're not going to see Mr. Nice Cecil. Is that no. That's not for that. But for sports and for self-defense, you do not need to necessarily have a killer instinct because you can't respond to everything like it's kill, 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 kill. You have to have some regard for either your opponent or, dare I say, even your attacker. Now, like I always say, if they're coming at you 2 o'clock in the morning from a dark alley and it's not to hand you a publishing clearinghouse check, they get what they get. I'm sorry. You end up killing them that way. Hey, you shouldn't be running up on me at 2:30 in the morning when it's dark outside and you're not trying to grab me from walking into traffic. You're trying to mud me or worse. Then you die. Sorry, you die then. But other than that, a competition, you don't need a killer instinct for a competition. I don't care what anybody says. You need to want to win, yes. But a killer instinct to the point where you're willing to permanently damage your opponent, I don't care, let's just get the prize. No, that's not acceptable. Calling your athletes out of their name, that's not acceptable. Your athletes or your students, that's not acceptable. And see, a lot of people sleep on cheerleading, man. Cheerleading can be a rough sport. I say this, if you feel like you need to appeal to some type of legal or higher authority because of the way that your child is being coached, or that even you are being coached if you're an adult, that is a team or place you don't need to be. Now, if you think that I'm soft and I'm a wimp and there's no way I could possibly produce people who know how to defend themselves because I look at this type of behavior and I say I'm disgusted by it, but you think that's what those kids need, then I am not the instructor for you. Thank you for watching this video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And please share this video to people who like stuff that goes on in the news, people who like to talk about the martial arts. I know this was a cheerleading example, but like I said, if you're a martial arts parent, especially, or an adult student, and you want to know what red flags I should look out for, this same type of stuff going on, but in a dojo or dojo. Peace.